Hey there, and hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. So we have a interesting topic to talk about today. It's actually a newer thing, I would say, that has come about. People have been expressing their displeasure with. So I definitely want to talk about these two significant things that people are having, I would say, issues with, my personal feeling about it, and what can be done to rectify it. So let's dive on in. Hey there, everyone. Scott Aaron here. Hope you're having a great day. If you're coming on live, as always, let me know that you can see me clearly, hear me clearly by just dropping a Y or a yes in the chat. Also, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you are watching this on the replay, and please feel free to tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, react to this any which way you want to let me know that you've resonated with this content. And please don't forget to head over to my LinkedIn profile if we're not yet connected. Please do hit my follow button and turn my LinkedIn notification bell on. Hey, Chrissy, good to see you coming on. Hey, Andre, good to see you coming on as well. Now, the other thing that I want to let everyone know, that my wife and I are doing our final free workshop of the year. It's called Get Your Business Organized in 5 Days. It is next Monday through next Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. EDT. It'll be EST because daylight savings is this Sunday, live and recorded. So if you feel that you could do a better job of organizing the structure of your business to be more productive, but also more proficient in your daily activities, but also, leading to increased profit, being more profitable by having your business organized. All you have to do is just drop an "I do" in the comments below, and we will send you that registration link. We have nearly 200 people registered already, hoping for 300, but we will see. So if you feel that you could use some help getting your business organized the way that we have organized ours, we would love to see you there. So all you have to do, again, drop an "I do" in the comments below, and we will get you that registration link. Now, so here's the newest problem that this is not LinkedIn's fault. So I want to preface this by saying this has nothing to do with LinkedIn in the sense of them causing this issue. This has everything to do with the unprofessionalism that a lot of sales professionals and marketers are showing on LinkedIn. Now, I don't know about you, but what I detest is when someone sells and pitches to me on a call. So I've talked about this in past trainings where you always want to build the know, like, and trust. You want to message people genuinely and authentically. You want to get on calls to get to know people. And unfortunately, you have people doing what we call the bait and switch, where they will reach out to you and it will seem like they are interested in getting to know you, but the whole premise of them getting on the call with you is to just sell and pitch you on what they're offering and what their business is. I detest that. And I think we've talked about this before, and that's happening still. But there's two other things that I see happening. So drop a Y or a yes if you personally have noticed that you are now getting random emails from your LinkedIn connections. I'm not talking about LinkedIn messages or InMails. I'm talking about getting an actual email from someone that you're connected to on LinkedIn, and you're wondering, how did I ever get this email from someone? So drop a Y or a yes if you've ever gotten an email from someone. Okay, and Andre says yes. Chrissy says yes. Well, me too. Me too. So I want to show you how this is happening. So let me start off by saying this. There was a point in time. Where you could actually, yeah, it's so disconnecting. Yeah, it's unbelievable. So what you were able to do prior, for those that didn't know this, you were actually at one point in time, you were able to download all of your contacts on LinkedIn, meaning you can still download your contacts, but what you used to be able to do is you are actually able to download your contacts, including their email address, and you were able to save that as a CSV file, which you were then able to upload to an email service provider that you're using, maybe Constant Contact, MailChimp, and one of the many others that people are using. So then what people would do is they would import all these email addresses and they would start blindly emailing everybody. That's a problem. And that actually violates GDPR regulations. And that is actually something that you can get fined for in certain countries. I know Canada has very, very strict regulations about this. The US has very, very strict regulations about this. And if it's brought about, the person that has actually done this can actually get fined. So LinkedIn did the smart thing and they disabled the email addresses from being populated in that CSV file. So you can still download your contacts' names, their job title, that basic information, but nothing, no phone number, no email address. Now, people still say, well, okay, if that has been disabled, how am I still ending up on these random people's email lists? Well, I will I'll show you. So and this is what I will say is this is sad. This is a sad I would say phase of sales and marketing that we're going through right now, because people are so desperate for any sale whatsoever, and they're willing to do anything they can to try to get a sale. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means they are willing to scrape any and all information publicly out there. And it's very, very concerning. And I think people are already frustrated enough with all the spammers on LinkedIn. I know I am, with all the drunkalog verbal vomit messages I'm getting and the very disconnected notes that are added to the connection request that I get every single day, and all the in-mail garbage messages that I get about someone asking if I could use 40 appointments booked in a month. No. And that's not possible anyway. So that's besides the point. Chrissy says, thank you for explaining this to me. Absolutely. My absolute pleasure. So if everybody is with me so far and everybody understands this so far, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody is with me. If you're jumping on late, again, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you're watching this on the replay, tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, anything that you can to let me know, obviously, that this is resonating. And please don't forget, if we're not yet connected on LinkedIn, go to my profile, hit my follow button, turn my LinkedIn notification bell on. But also, if you would like to sign up for our final free workshop of the year, it's called Get Your Business Organized in 5 Days. It is next Monday through next Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. EST, live and recorded. Would love to see you there. Yes and yes. Okay, good. Just making sure that you guys are with me. So here's how it's happening. And here's what people are doing. And this, I'm telling you right now, this is why it's sad. So what people are doing, they may not be doing it themselves. They may not be doing it themselves. They may be having a VA or some sort of marketing service go in to the connections that they have very methodically. And what they're doing is they're hitting the contact info button right here. And what you'll see is a couple different things. You'll see my phone number and my work email. So you'll see those two things. So what's happening now is they are going in, they are grabbing your email address, and they are manually entering it in to their email service provider. So they are now adding your email address to their distribution list without consent, which is illegal. Now I'll give you an example. If someone says, maybe you're doing a workshop, right? And you send them an invitation to sign up for a workshop and they end up registering because they accept the invitation, that's completely fine. They are consenting that they want to sign up for a workshop, which gets them on an email distribution list so they can find out information as the workshop comes about. Just blindly sending someone emails about that is not the way that you do things. It is not the way that you do things. And it's one of those things where I can't share with you enough how bad this is actually getting, because you have people now taking that information and now putting it into their email distribution list. So here's the deal. This is why it's sad. The only way around that is getting rid of your email address. Now, for privacy purposes, there are settings on LinkedIn that you can not share certain information. You can delete it altogether. But that's what's happening. So if you are getting emails from your connections on LinkedIn unwarrantedly, it's because they're going to your profile, they're clicking on your contact info, they're importing you into their email distribution list, and they are spamming you through their emails. That's what they're doing. So if that is understood, that's clear, that makes sense, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys are clear, but this goes a step further. And it's so funny because, I did a poll that sparked a lot of conversation. And they're like, well, what are sales professionals supposed to do? They have to get into your inbox somehow. How are they supposed to connect with you? Well, how about the old-fashioned way of connecting with someone on LinkedIn, sending them a nice, genuine message, and if they're interested in talking to you, they'll let you know. What happened to that? What happened to that methodology? So the spraying and praying does not work. So that's the first thing. So I'm going to go a step further. So, little backstory. I was driving home the other night. I was coming home from, I forget where I was coming home from. I think it was, I was coming back. It was the day before Halloween, which was yesterday, right? And I was coming back. It was later. I had an appointment, and it was around 7 o'clock at night. So I was driving back home and my phone rings. And it came up as an actual number. It didn't come up as a spam number. And I answered the phone and I said, "Hello, this is Scott." And they said, "Hey, this is so and so. We're connections on LinkedIn, and we haven't spoken before. And I wanted to know if you had some time tonight in about 30 minutes to join an online presentation to learn more about what I'm doing with my business now." So this person calls me out of the blue. I don't know them. They don't know me. Calls me on my own personal time, like after work hours, 7 o'clock at night, and invites me to an online presentation for something about her business when I don't even know what she does, who she is, where she's from, doesn't know anything about me. And I said, actually, I don't do anything in the evening like that. It's 7 o'clock. I'm going home to have dinner with my wife. Appreciate the offer. And she goes, well, how about tomorrow night? I said, tomorrow night is Halloween and I'll be trick-or-treating with my family. So thank you again and have a great night. And I hung up. And as I was driving home, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, how did this happen? Now, I know what has happened. I kind of put two and two together that people are now going in to the screen that I'm showing you right now, grabbing our phone numbers and calling us. Literally grabbing our phone numbers and calling us directly. Cold calling, smiling and dialing. But in their minds, oh, I'm not cold calling. I'm a first connection of theirs on LinkedIn, which makes it a warm lead. That's where they're wrong. If I have never spoken to you before, if I've never communicated with you before, if you don't know who I am and what I do, and I don't know who you are and what you do, then it is cold calling. And cold calling doesn't work. And it's so funny because all these, I did this poll, and all of these old school sales professionals, they're like, well, how are, salespeople make the world go round? How are they supposed to generate sales? How about building normal connections and normal business relationships and building know, like, and trust? I don't know anyone that ever buys anything from anyone that they don't know, like, and trust. Even more so, someone that calls you out of the blue that you don't know, like, or trust. So if that's clear and if that makes sense and you guys are in agreement with me that this is just completely wrong, just drop a number 1 in the comments below, because this is where sales and marketing has taken a turn for the worst. And starting today, and my wife said this, I'm actually going to remove my phone number. Phone number is gone now. So when someone goes to my, and this will update in a second, but now when someone goes to my LinkedIn profile, I'm making sure that now they can't call me. And I'm even tempted to actually take my email off. They can still connect with me on my website, which is completely fine. But that is a sad state that we're in. It is a sad state when we can't even have our email address and our phone number on our LinkedIn profile because of what people are doing with that personal information. I mean, there are so many reasons why this is wrong. And it was so funny in this poll that I did. There were people that were defending what this person was doing, like it's okay. It's not. There is not one instance. There is not one instance where it makes it okay for you to grab someone's phone number off of their contact information profile area on LinkedIn without ever connecting with them before, without ever communicating with them before, and it being okay for you to just call them. There is never an instance where that is okay. And I don't care who the person is or how long they've been in sales and marketing. You can ask some of the best marketers out there. They will agree with me. They will agree with me. That is never okay. You never take someone's information like that and use it to your advantage. So my advice to anyone that's listening to this or watching this, my advice is, if you want to better protect yourself from ending up on someone's email distribution list off on LinkedIn, if you want to better protect yourself from getting random phone calls from your first connections on LinkedIn, then I highly suggest you to remove that information from your LinkedIn profile. That is what I'm suggesting. So again, make sure if you are getting added to people's email distribution list, and if you are getting random phone calls from people that are connected to you on LinkedIn, I highly suggest you to remove that information from your LinkedIn profile so they can't call you, they can't email you unless you personally give them that information either on a phone call, on a Zoom, or in a message on LinkedIn. So if all of that has been clear and has made sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. I would also love to hear from you guys. What was your biggest takeaway or needle mover from today's training? Leave that in the comments below. And one last time, if you would like to sign up for our final free workshop of the year, next Monday through next Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. EDT, live and recorded. It's called Get Your Business Organized in 5 days. It's with myself and my wife, and we're teaching you how we organized our business to only have to work 3 days a week and continue to increase our profits in our business year in and year out. If you're interested, just drop an I do in the comments below. So love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.